Hi, this is Ernie from REI Leadership Academy, home of the Probate Fox. And today I had this conversation with a really good friend of mine. We were talking about time, and we were talking about our health, and just a bunch of guys that I've been talking to recently. I think health has been at the top of our mind, and especially for me, I think about health because I'm a father, and I also at this time of my life, I reflect on the years that I've been here on earth and the years that I have left, and I think about how valuable my time is, and the reason that I talk to you about this is because as a real estate investor, as a real estate professional, as a real estate agent, you want to think about your time and you want to value your time. The whole reason that we got into this business is because we want to have more money and more time. And what I often see is that a lot of real estate professionals pursue this business with that intent, but they somehow just get sucked into the focus of making more money and more money and more money. And I just want to tell you, reflect on your time as well. Reflect on the things that are important. Don't forget why you got into this business. Obviously, we have people that we value in our life, and we want to make sure that we're spending time with them. We also want to think about how we can make an impact in our business long term, right? And you want to think about planting seeds for your future, whether that be investing in long-term rental real estate, right, and growing that rental portfolio so that you can take some time off and enjoy all the hard work that you put in today, and you don't have to go out chasing that dollar every single day for the rest of your life, right? You want to make sure that this business pays you back, and that's exactly what this business can do for you if you set your business up correctly that way. I also think about the conversation that I had with my friend today about rental property. We were actually talking about a tenant who was late on the rent this month, and this is the month of February, and there's only 28 days in this particular month in this year, and there is a late fee that we have to charge, that accrues as of the second day of the month. If they didn't pay by the first, then we start charging them a late fee from the second on forward. And the tenant really apologized for that. It just sort of skipped their mind. And I was telling my friend that the reason that I enforce this late fee is not because I want to be mean or because I want that extra money. No, that, as a matter of fact, I don't want that money. I hate, with the passion, I hate charging that money. But the reality is that you have to really set the stage with your tenants, and you have to make sure that you're putting rules into place that they can follow, and that they have these rules planted inside of their mind that, hey, I better not be late, because I know that if I'm late, these late fees, these guys aren't playing any games. And I do this, because of the years of experience that I've had in the rental property side of our business. And, I've learned that you have to train your tenants. You absolutely have to train your tenants on how you do business. And if you don't, then your tenants will train you. And so, the tenant was very apologetic about having forgotten about to pay the rent on time. And I did get the rent today, and I will enforce the late fees. But I do that because I value time so much. See, what happens is that if you let go of month one, right, and you say, okay, I understand, things happen. More often than not, that will happen again sometime in the future, and then that will happen again. And see, all of that causes you stress, and that stress affects your physical health, right? So we're talking about time, we're talking about health. The more stress that you put on yourself, and the more that affects your health, that could potentially shorten the time that you live in life. Right, and that will also make you spend more of your time chasing, that dollar after these tenants, or whatever it is that you're doing. So just think about that. I'm using the scenario of a tenant, and I don't want to have to spend more of my time chasing the rent that I should have gotten on time, because that's taking time away from myself, time away from my family, and the things that are important. So I like to give people grace, and I like to be fair to my tenants, but also fair to myself, right? I have to be fair to myself, and I don't want additional stress. And so for that reason, we have rules that we have to put in place. So a couple of things for you to take away. Number one is value your time. Understand why you're in this business. Think about what you're doing and setting your business up appropriately. And also think about your health, right? And think about how what you're doing is supporting your health and helping your health long term, or is it affecting your health? So think about those things. It's very early in the year, It's barely the month of March, and so there's a whole year ahead of you to prosper and to set things in place so that you can thrive in this year. Look forward to talking to you again. Your friend at REI Leadership Academy, home of the Probate Fox. I look forward to you liking this video, give us some comments, and subscribe. Oh, by the way, to get some free information on how you can expand your real estate business, go to probatefox.com and go ahead and enter your name and email, and you'll get some free reports. Talk to you soon.